The first crack appeared subtly, like a hairline fracture in a seemingly perfect vase. It was Amelia's phone, face down on the kitchen counter, vibrating with an insistent buzz. Normally, she grabbed it instantly. This time, she let it ring, a strange, almost guilty flicker in her eyes. I dismissed it. We all have moments of distraction, but the moments multiplied. Whispered phone calls taken in the other room. Late nights at the office, her perfume carrying the faint, unfamiliar scent of sandalwood. My gut churned with growing unease. I told myself I was being paranoid. Amelia, my Amelia, the woman I'd built a life with, the woman who promised forever under a canopy of fairy lights just 5 years ago. She wouldn't. Could she? The denial was a fragile shield against the sharp, icy truth. The truth that manifested itself one rainy Tuesday evening. I came home early, a migraine forcing me to abandon a crucial meeting. I envisioned Amelia fussing over me, a cool cloth on my forehead, her gentle touch of balm to my throbbing head. Instead, I found him, right there in my living room, on my sofa, his hand tangled in Amelia's hair. The sandalwood scent hung heavy in the air, thick with betrayal. My breath hitched, the world tilting on its axis. The vase, already fractured, shattered into a million pieces. He was Daniel, a colleague from her office, a man I'd met at company picnics, shaking his hand, welcoming him into our home. The image of his smug, self-satisfied smile seared itself into my memory. Amelia, caught in the spotlight of my arrival, looked like a deer in headlights, her face a mask of shock and terror. My initial reaction was a primal roar. I lunged at Daniel, fists clenched. The red haze of fury clouded my vision, but something stopped me. Perhaps it was a pathetic whimper that escaped his lips as he scrambled back, or perhaps it was a devastating emptiness in Amelia's eyes. The rage morphed into a cold, calculating resolve. I backed away, my voice eerily calm. "Get out." Daniel, scrambling to his feet, fumbled with his clothes, throwing panicked glances at Amelia. She remained frozen, her silence a deafening confession. I said, "Get out." I repeated, my voice laced with steel. He didn't need to be told twice. He bolted, leaving a trail of discarded clothes in his wake. I turned to Amelia. The silence of the room thickened, suffocating. "Explain." The word was a ragged whisper, the remnants of my shattered world clinging to it. Her response was a torrent of tears, a jumble of excuses and apologies. It was a classic script of a cheating spouse, unhappiness, neglect, a search for something more. I listened, my heart a cold, hard stone in my chest. The Amelia I knew, the woman I loved, was gone, replaced by a stranger shrouded in deceit. The next few weeks were a blur of lawyers, paperwork, and a hollow echo of our empty house. I moved out, unable to bear the weight of her betrayal within those walls. I focused on work, pouring all my energy into my career, a welcome distraction from the gnawing pain. But the thought of them, of their stolen moments in my home, festered like a poison. I craved more than just walking away. I wanted them to feel the devastation they had wrought, the same gut-wrenching emptiness that consumed me. My opportunity came sooner than expected. Amelia's company held its annual gala, a lavish affair at a downtown hotel. I wasn't invited, obviously, but I had an invitation of my own, a +1 from a sympathetic colleague. The gala was everything you'd expect. Champagne flutes clinking, forced laughter echoing through the ballroom, and a sea of designer dresses and tailored suits. And there they were, Amelia and Daniel, holding hands, whispering sweet nothings, their faces glowing with the illusion of happiness. They were the picture of a perfect couple, oblivious to the storm brewing on the horizon. I waited for the perfect moment. It came during the CEO's speech, a droning monologue about company profits and market share. I slipped away unnoticed, heading toward projection room. A quick conversation with the AV technician, a flash of cash, and I had what I needed. As the CEO finished his speech, a hush fell over the room. Then the large screen behind him flickered to life. It wasn't the company logo as expected. Instead, it was a slideshow, pictures of Amelia and Daniel. Stolen moments captured on hidden cameras I'd installed in my living room. Their secret rendezvous, their whispered promises, their illicit embraces, all splashed across the screen for everyone to see. The silence in the room was deafening. Then it erupted into a cacophony of gasps and whispers. Amelia's face drained of all color, her eyes wide with horror. Daniel, beside her, looked like he'd seen a ghost. The CEO, speechless, fumbled with a microphone. The slideshow continued, each image a hammer blow to their carefully constructed facade. The final image was a close-up of their intertwined hands, the same hands that had violated my home, my trust, my life. Beneath the image, a single caption, her escape. I watched in the back of the room, a grim satisfaction settling in my chest. The whispers intensified, turning into pointed stares, then outright condemnation. Amelia's colleagues, her friends, even her boss, all turned their backs on her, their expressions a mixture of disgust and pity. Daniel, his face a mask of shame, tried to melt into the crowd, but it was no use. He was branded, just as she was. Their world, so carefully built on lies and deceit, crumbled around them. The whispers followed them as they fled the ballroom. A pariah couple banished from their carefully curated paradise. I didn't stay to watch the aftermath. I slipped out of the hotel, the cool night air a welcome balm on my skin. The pain wasn't gone, not entirely, but something had shifted. The anger, the bitterness had begun to dissipate, replaced by a sense of closure. Their downfall wouldn't erase the hurt, but it was a start. It was a reminder that sometimes the truth has a way of revealing itself, no matter how deeply it's buried. And sometimes justice, however unconventional, can be surprisingly satisfying. My life would never be the same, but as I walked away from the wreckage of their lies, I felt a flicker of hope. The vase was shattered, but the pieces, however broken, were still mine. And I would, in time, find a way to piece them back together, to create something new, something stronger, something entirely my own.